And then notice I'm breathing like the ocean. So you guys can do that too. So imagine you're fogging up a glass. You can do it through your mouth a few times. And then do that and close your mouth. So that's essentially the basics of the yoga breathing. And so we'll keep that breath the whole class.
And always through your nose?
Always through the nose, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then with practice we can also make that sound on the inhale. So it feels a bit like trying to have a drink through a straw, like having a smoothie.
Okay.
So the back of the throat gets a little bit narrower. Yeah, and then fog up the glass again on the exhale. And then try that with the mouth closed. And then fog up the glass. Yeah, you guys are doing amazing. So that's it. So we'll stay with that breathing technique the whole class.
Okay.
And in the words of the master Patabi Joyce, yoga is a breathing practice, the rest is just bending.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter how far you bend. Maybe you don't even want to bend, that's fine.
Okay.
Just keep on breathing anyway.
Alright. Breathing's important.
Breathing, it's all about the breathing. Yeah. Good. And now we'll pay attention to the ratio of the breath. So try to find that you're inhaling about 3 or 4 seconds. And then exhaling about 3 or 4 seconds.
Now what's the purpose of it being that kind of timing?
Most people will favor the inhale or the exhale. So if we favor the exhale, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it could mean that we're not really breathing in very much. So it could mean the breath is shallow.
Okay.
Whereas if we're favoring the inhale, it might mean that we're just not really emptying the lungs. Or maybe we're faking the deep breath and not actually breathing deeply at all.
Okay.
So focus on totally emptying the lungs, engaging that lower belly even more. And then you can kind of relax it on the inhale, but still keep it in enough that the rib cage moves. Awesome. So that's the most important part. The rest doesn't really matter so much.
Okay.
Right, not painful at all.
Are you okay? You want some assistance over here? Alright.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. So we'll come back to those toes turned in slightly.
Okay.
And now we'll just bring some awareness into the shoulders. So oftentimes, we're big, strong guys, we get those big bulging pecs that George is putting on the celery stick.
Right.
And so we really want to make sure this area doesn't tighten up so much that it pulls the shoulder in.
Okay.
Which is the way most people spend their lives, because we're hunched over at desk, pumping the guns in, whatever, driving.
Yeah.
So we call this the external rotation of the shoulder, where you turn the palms out. So already you can feel a bit of a stretch in the chest. That's it. And then you can bring the arms by the sides. Take an inhale to reach the arms straight up. Try to keep the upper shoulders relaxed. And on the exhale, slowly bring the arms back down. Yeah, that's it. And again, inhale, reach up. And exhaling, slowly come back down with the breathing. Again, inhale to reach. And try to spread the shoulder blades away from each other. And again, exhale, lower the arms down.
Listen to Darth Vader over here.
That's wonderful. That's very good. Yeah, Darth Vader's
the dark side. That's exactly where it's from. The dark side.
You actually look a little bit like Luke Skywalker as well.
I get that every once in a while.
Yeah, it's true. I get Yoda a lot. That's true, actually. Actually, Yoda was a yogi.
Was he a yogi?
Well, kind of, yeah. A little bit.
That's why his name's Yoda.
He's just taking credit for it.
No, it's true, it's true. So we talked about the force being with you.
Yeah.
So we can think of the energy and the breath as being the force.
Okay.
So if there's no breath, there's no force, and then we're just going to get stuck and won't be able to do stuff. So we want to keep the force moving through the body. And the Sanskrit word for that in yoga is the prana. So it's really all about the prana.
All the prana, all about George.
That's great.